Game 7, a showdown for the ages. After a nail-biting series, the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers took center stage for the final face-off. The electricity in the air was palpable, and the roar of the crowd echoed through the arena. The prize? A ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Celtics, carried on the shoulders of the unstoppable Jason Tatum, charged into the first half with a ferocity that was nothing short of electric. Tatum, armed with an unwavering determination and an arsenal of basketball brilliance, dominated the court with a staggering 25 points on 9 of 16 shooting, along with 7 rebounds and 4 assists. It was a performance that left fans and critics alike in awe. Jaylen Brown, not to be overshadowed, also made his presence known on the hardwood, contributing a cool 13 points to the Celtics' fiery offensive onslaught. Contrastingly, the 76ers, though tenacious, struggled to find their footing. Joel Embiid, despite leading the team with 13 points, was off the mark, only managing to sink 4 out of his 12 shots. James Harden, typically a beacon of consistency, had a quieter first half, only tallying 6 points and 6 assists. However, even in the face of adversity, the 76ers showed glimmers of hope. Young gun Tyrese Maxey stepped up to the plate, delivering 10 critical points on 3 of 6 shooting, a glimmer of his potential, even amidst the high-stakes pressure of a Game 7. As the first quarter unfolded, the 76ers managed to build an early lead thanks to an 8-0 run. The energy inside the TD Garden was nothing short of electric. The Celtics, however, were far from done. They matched their adversaries blow for blow, refusing to let the game slip away early. An injury scare to the 76ers, Tobias Harris, added another layer of tension to this intense showdown. But Harris, showing true grit and determination, returned to the court to battle on. Despite the high-energy performances from the team's superstars, it was 76ers veteran P.J. Tucker who stole the spotlight in the first quarter. Amidst the constellation of all-stars, Tucker shone brightly, scoring 11 points, 3 of which were from beyond the arc. His performance was instrumental in helping the 76ers to establish an early 6-point lead. The second quarter brought with it a whirlwind of action and drama. A peculiar situation involving Jaylen Brown and Georges Niang brought the game to a screeching halt as technical fouls were meted out to both players. The incident not only spiced up the already high-stakes game, but also fueled the Celtics' determination to fight back. This fight back was further ignited when James Harden was called for a flagrant 1 foul. This penalty seemed to be the catalyst the Celtics needed, sparking a 7-0 run that saw them claw back from a 9-point deficit to within just 2 points of the 76ers. With this newfound momentum, the Celtics surged forward, seizing control of the game. As the first half came to a close, the Celtics had turned the tables, leading the 76ers by a narrow 3 points at halftime. It was clear to everyone watching, the Celtics had found their rhythm and were showing no signs of slowing down. The tide had turned, but the battle was far from over. In the third quarter, the Celtics' lead continued to grow, bolstered by Tatum's unstoppable performance. Tatum, seemingly operating at a level above the rest, had an astonishing 42 points and 10 rebounds by the end of the quarter. His play, combined with the Celtics' stifling defense, which held the 76ers to just 10 points in the third, left Philadelphia reeling. Even the combined efforts of Embiid and Harden, which resulted in a mere 22 points, were not enough to stem the tide. The 76ers found themselves staring down the barrel of a 26-point deficit as the third quarter came to a close. Then came the fourth quarter, the final act of this thrilling drama. The Celtics, spurred on by the brilliance of Tatum and the roaring crowd, continued to press their advantage. Tatum, chasing history, scored his 48th and 49th points of the game, edging ever closer to Stephen Curry's Game 7 record. The anticipation in the TD Garden was palpable. Could Tatum break the record? Just minutes later, the crowd erupted as Tatum drained his 6th triple of the night, pushing his total to a staggering 51 points and breaking Curry's record. Tatum's historic performance had not just propelled the Celtics to a commanding lead, but also etched his name in the annals of Knicks history. The 76ers, despite their best efforts, could not keep pace. Embiid and Harden, usually reliable scoring machines, had been kept quiet all night. A quick look at the scoreboard told a tale of a Game 7 that was slipping away from the 76ers. With only 9 minutes left, and the Celtics leading by a daunting 23 points, the dream of advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals seemed to be fading away for Philadelphia. As the clock ticked down, the inevitable became clear. The Celtics, driven by an iconic performance from Tatum, were heading to the Eastern Conference Finals. The final whistle blew, and the scoreboard read, Celtics 112, 76ers 88. The Boston crowd erupted into cheers, their roars echoing throughout the hallowed halls of the TD Garden. So ended a game that will be long remembered for Tatum's record-breaking performance and the Celtics' collective brilliance. A game that began as a fierce battle between two titans of the Eastern Conference ended with the Celtics standing tall, their sights now set on the Eastern Conference Finals. And so, for the 76ers, despite a valiant effort, their journey in this season drew to a close. Their dreams of advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals and potentially making a run for the NBA championship were halted abruptly by a Celtics squad that refused to be denied. There's an undeniable sting that comes with such a loss, a bitter taste that lingers long after the final buzzer has sounded, echoing through emptying stadiums and into the quiet stillness of locker rooms. It's a familiar feeling for athletes at every level of competition, from the lowest tiers of youth sports to the grand stages of professional leagues. Yet, it is often in these moments of disappointment that the most significant growth occurs. This Game 7 loss, as heartbreaking as it was for the 76ers, their coaching staff, and their loyal fans, will not be the end of their story. Rather, it will serve as a crucible for their growth, a pivotal experience that will shape and mold them as they look towards the future. The lessons learned from this defeat about resilience, teamwork, strategy, and the unforgiving nature of playoff basketball will undoubtedly serve as a foundational building block for the team. Every setback, every missed shot, every defensive error, and every strategic misstep will be carefully analyzed, dissected, and learned from. The players will take this experience, as painful as it may be, and use it to fuel their motivation during the long off-season ahead. They will return to the gym, to the weight room, to the practice court, carrying with them the memories of this Game 7 loss. It will drive them to push harder, to run faster, to aim more accurately, and to strategize more effectively. The coaching staff, too, will take this loss as an opportunity for growth. Head coach Doc Rivers, a veteran of many playoff battles, understands better than most that defeat can often be the greatest teacher. He will take this experience and use it to refine his strategies, to improve his game planning, and to better prepare his team for the pressures and demands of high-stakes basketball. So, while the 76ers' journey in this season has ended here, their greater journey, the journey towards improvement, towards excellence, towards a potential championship, continues. This Game 7 loss will be a part of that journey, a stepping stone on the path towards future success. This is the nature of sport. It is a cycle of victory and defeat, of growth and learning, of setbacks and comebacks. And in this cycle, the 76ers will rise again, stronger and more determined than before, ready to write the next chapter in their story. In the high-stakes world of the NBA, Game 7 matchups like this serve as a stark reminder that every game is a fight and that the margin between victory and defeat is often incredibly thin. The Celtics Vs. 76ers Game 7 was more than just a basketball game. It was a testament to the thrilling unpredictability of the sport, a showcase of world-class talent, and an unforgettable display of determination, skill, and the will to win. This was basketball at its finest, an epic duel that will be remembered for years to come.